Alexander the Great and the Sages of Jerusalem Temple. It was the 332nd year BC. The victorious army of Alexander the Great passed furiously through Judea. Its famous commander Alexander was only 24 years old. Ruling his country for 4 years, he was conquering more and more countries. Having only 9 years left to live, he would have gained several wives and lovers, reached India, and created the most powerful empire of that time. By the end of his life, according to the legend, he was poisoned by his own wife. In the meantime, his cavalry forces approached the walls of Jerusalem. The city, formerly in alliance with Alexander's enemy, the Persian king Darius, was waiting for a sad fate to be robbed or even to be completely destroyed. But fortunately for the Jews living there, the city was saved by its sages, according to the Roman historian Flavius. When the high priest of the Second Temple of Jerusalem found out that Alexander was approaching the city with his army, he put on his 8 temple robes and ordered all other sages of the temple to put on their sacred robes as well. Later on, they went out of the gates of Jerusalem to meet the king. Seeing the high priest approaching, Alexander stepped off the chariot and, to everyone's amazement, fell on his knees before him. The generals and the priests themselves were highly surprised by such unexpected behavior of the king. Only the high priest knew the reason. Once Alexander had a mysterious dream at night. In his dream there was a majestic old man in priestly robes who told him about all of his future victories and battles. As he kept seeing this dream, it didn't leave the king's thoughts. Seeing the high priest in front of him, Alexander recognized him instantly, as he was the same old man from his dreams. And then he asked him 6 questions that had long tormented him. This is what Alexander the Great asked, and what the sages answered him. Who is wise? Wise is the one who can ask right questions and learn from each person who encounters him. Who is strong? Strong is the one who is able to overcome his own weaknesses. Who is the hero? Hero is the man who can turn his enemies into his friends. Who is respected? Respected is the person who respects himself. So who is rich? Rich is the one who is content with what he has. And my last question, who is happy? Happy is the man who has found a beautiful wife, wise in her actions. Struck by the wisdom of the answers he had heard, Alexander went up the temple mountain with the high priest to pray and worship with him. Did he understand the meaning of the answers to his questions during prayer? It has remained Alexander's mystery. 23.5 centuries have passed since then, but the answers given to Alexander by the sages not only kept their meaning, but became even more relevant today.